Slim Jim Quan here, and this time we're in Assetto Corsa on Spa, and we started in P19 but ended up being in P11 because some people probably had like a false start. So now we're coming into turn one, trying not to kill no one, and everything just goes haywire left and right. So we're able to survive that. And we're going into AORUS and Radeon, and hopefully no one like wrecks, because when people wreck and at this part of the game, oh boy, you will eat trash pretty quickly. But we end up having a bad run, so now we're gonna have this BMW and I think Ferrari come right past me. So we're gonna lose two positions because of that, but we'll be able to get back, hopefully. So now we have this Ferrari and BMW are gonna have a nice tussle, and as you can see, now they're back in like the dirt trying to do something. So now we're gonna go into this turn, and this BMW behind it just locks up. I feel bad for him, but at the same time I don't care because I'm trying to compete with this BMW right here. And up ahead we see this Ferrari have a massive letdown and takes that BMW clean out. So now we went from P10 to P6 in a matter of like a few turns. And now we have this Mercedes right behind Honda. So now we're just trying to stay calm after all that has occurred in this race thus far, and try to maintain our position, which is the name of the game. So right now I just have to just nail my braking points and just try to stay calm, because the moment you like mess up, this is all going to go downhill. So now we're gonna get into like the next main straight on Spa and just try to take it as calmly as possible, not trying to make too many errors. But as you can see, in like the first turn, we had like 4 or 5 folks crash out. So I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm just glad that we survived, because it's pretty hard to survive on a public lobby, especially. So now we have the Mercedes close behind, so I'm just trying to like not mess up too much. I don't want him to pass me. So now we're coming into turn one once again, and hopefully there's no crashing or anything crazy like that. We end up hitting the dirt, which cost us some time, and then the Mercedes is going to go past. So now we have this Ferrari who just came out of the pits. So we have to be careful for him while we're going into AORUS and Radeon, because we don't want to crash at all. But he is going so slow, I try to avoid him last minute, so I'm able to get a run. But I don't know what was going through the dude's head, because he tries to run me off the road. So I don't know if he was having a bad day, but he ends up realizing what he did and like slows down. So I don't know if he didn't see me or what, but clearly, yeah. But as you see, he like ends up crashing. So now we're gonna skip ahead, and then I have this moment right here, which cost me some time. But I'm just glad I didn't hit the wall. But due to that, I lost another position to this Mercedes that just passed me. So now we are in P8. So we move ahead to the end of lap 2, and we're still behind the Mercedes, and I was not able to cut down that time at all. So now we're coming to AORUS and Radeon, and I get a very, very good run, and I'm able to pass him on the Kimmel straight, which is good, because if you get a good run on that main turn, oh, it's like golden sweet cakes. So now we're trying to just stay ahead, because the car I was behind on lap 2, he is long gone. So now we're just having a battle with this Mercedes right behind me. But he ends up passing me right here because I braked a little bit too early, and we had a little bit of contact, but that's just part of racing most times. But as long as he didn't like wreck me out, then I'm all good with that. So now we're just trying to like minimize the errors and try to pass him, and we both go wide here, which is good and bad, because the more we fight, the more folks behind us will catch up. So now we get to the end of lap 3, and I was not able to catch up since we're still behind, and we're going into turn one once again. And this time he does something different. This time he lets me like pass, because like if you get a good run on AORUS and Radeon, he's gonna slingshot past me like I did to him on the previous lap. But we're gonna come into something very grave, a penalty, a 10-second penalty. And while I was in the race, I wasn't really able to read what it said. And right here, I'm trying to serve my time, but I read the whole thing wrong, which cost me more time, and I end up losing 3 positions and causing contact to the Z4. So now we're down into P10. So now I have to work extra hard. And once again, we'll come into turn 1, and the unthinkable will occur. That it really pissed me off, but so let's just say at least I was very mad, and I almost take that car out because just the frustration that was going through my blood. So now we're coming into AORUS and Radeon once again. My least favorite turn at this point, but if you get it wrong, it will hurt each time, because that 10 seconds is a lot. So now we're coming into this turn from the Camel straight, and that one crash caused my whole race to just unfold and just go downhill, because it was just terrible. And I also forgot to mention that I was also on the super soft tire. So I think at this point my tire was all worn out, and my tires were also dirty too. So each turn it felt like I was like on ice. But I was trying to hold on for dear life just to at least complete this race. And each turn it felt like I was just gonna just run off the road like I did here, right into the sand pit. It was like, bro, there was no saving it, no anything. And I'm losing positions left and right, because I can't like stick to like the asphalt. So at this point, I'm just trying to like just finish the race. That's all I'm trying to do, because as you can see, I'm all over the road. So now we're gonna go into lap 6, and we're in AORUS and Radeon once again. And then the unthinkable happens again. I get another 10-second penalty. So at this point, I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm like, let's just try to just complete the race. That's all I have in my mind right now. But we're still in P12 out of like 23. I don't know what happened to that car that we just passed, but chaos everywhere once again. So at the end of lap 6, we're trying to serve our penalty, and I lock up tremendously. So I was able to serve my penalty and still maintain my P12 position. So at this point, I'm just trying to finish. That's all I want. And then we talk on like the last lap, and I see this car right here, and in my mind, I thought I was gonna pass him, but obviously I did not. So that ended up costing us a lot of time. And I also hit barrier, thanks to Super GT for that fine word. But yes, and we were able to gain a position from that. I didn't realize that was P11, but yeah. And as we are on this lap, we like see folks crash, you know, left and right like always. And then this poor soul right here, I think that was a back marker. Yes, a back marker who probably was crashing left and right, just like me. As you know, I was wrong. That was actually P9. So we were able to gain an extra position right before the end of the race. So yeah, that would sum up pretty much race 1. So now we get into race 2. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves, because obviously it's just been chaos that first time. So now we're coming into turn 1 for the millionth time, and that McLaren just took out that Ferrari like it was no tomorrow. Boy had no business doing that, so I'm glad he didn't hit me. So we're coming into AORUS and Radeon once again. I say AORUS? No, it's AORUS. I always pronounce that wrong, but don't crucify me. So now we're gonna get into the Camel Straight to try to catch up to the pack up ahead. And this race, the start wasn't as bad as the last one, but that McLaren took that Ferrari out like, I don't know if he had a vendetta against that man, but as you can see, dude smacked him pretty hard. So now at this point, we have a BMW right behind us trying to pass me up, but I'm trying to stay calm and hit all my spots so that he can't get on past, because I'm afraid that if they get too close, then they'll like wreck me out, because as you can see, he's going pretty wide off the track, which I did not want no part of. So this lap was pretty much calmed down pretty quickly, because most of the excitement happens at the start, and that car blocked up. I can see how, but he may have just like broke late, and you know how it goes at times. Sometimes you just forget how to drive, like most of us do at times, especially after you had a race like the last race. Because most of the folks that I'm playing with in this match are the same folks from like the last match. So yeah, now we're going to come into like the like last straight before the end of the lap. And lap 1 wasn't so bad, just like the start when that McLaren took that Ferrari out. So lap 1 wasn't so bad. It was a lot less exciting than like the last one. So lap 2 was pretty much a cookie cutter. Nothing really much happened. But at the end of lap 2, we were able to gain 2 positions, because I guess they just forgot how to brake or whatever. I didn't really mind. I would say thank you for on that. So now at the start of lap 3, we come into turn 1, and we have the BMW right behind us. Well, I thought they were, but they kind of like let off. So as we're coming to AORUS and Radeon, we're trying to just nail this, because every time I either crash.
It was at this moment that he knew.
And yes, I spoke too soon, because I did end up crashing, and this crash was a lot worse than the last crash I had, because I think what happened is that dude was going so slow. I was going so fast, I didn't have time to react, and then when I did, it was already too late. I was already up his ass. So now we're gonna make this wide turn. I don't know where I'm trying to go, and due to that, we have this BMW right behind us that came up quick because I made that fatal error. But surprisingly, out of all this that occurred, I end up still in P9 in the top 10. You would think, because I crashed so like bad and horribly wrong, and that poor soul just ate shit. But we're gonna keep going, because he wasn't important, because he was a back marker. So now we're coming to the end of lap 3, and this BMW is gonna try to make a move, and he successfully does. I braked a little bit too early that time. So now we're starting lap 4, still in PM9. Was in P8, but we lost it just then. So now we're both head to head, going too wide into AORUS and Radeon. And me in my head, I'm like, oh hell no. So I decided to slow down and let him pass, because I already had a major incident last time, so I wanted no part of him now. So lap 4 was pretty much me trying to catch up to him. So now in lap 5, we get another penalty for like the third time. Because if you get that turn wrong, like, you're gonna go wide because you're going so damn quick. So now we're gonna get into this, and I end up going wide once again. And look who we have here, that McLaren that took out the Ferrari on the first lap. So I'm trying to get as far away from him as possible. I think he's like last place. And this Ferrari, I don't know if he hit the sandpit or what, but he been fishtailing, and I wanted no part of on that. So now coming to the end of lap 5, I served my penalty, and now we have the McLaren, who's a vicious killer, right behind me. So you can say that I'm pretty terrified. So we skip on ahead into the Camel Straight, and we have this BMW right behind me. So I'm trying to, nail all my braking points and all that. And that BMW that was in front of me at the start of lap 7, it started to smack the wall. So now we're coming to AORUS and Rypjaws once again. And this BMW is on my behind, and he just taps me just a little bit and caused me to lose control and almost hit the wall. So after all that chaos, all of the errors, I end up finishing the race in P8. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.